Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm super excited to take you behind the scenes as I work on the special edition dust jacket and case for my book, King of Dust. This is a project that has been close to my heart and I cannot wait to share the process with you all as I get ready for my book to come out at the end of October. First, I designed the hard case of the book itself inside the dust jacket. On this, I included everything that I included on the paperback except for the blurbs. I included which awards this book has won, as well as a little sneak peek into the story. This allows people to pick up the book, check out what's going on inside the pages, and then decide whether or not the story is for them. I also included a fun illustration of myself as the author, the price, and the spot where the barcode will go. This part is particularly tricky because if I mess up and I don't follow the exact guides that the printer is requiring of me, they will send me back the files and say, nope, this isn't good enough and you have to do it again. Now I'm going to extend the artwork and make sure that it fills the dust jacket template. Getting the positioning just right is crucial because the cover has to wrap all the way around the book perfectly. In this particular case, I did not have enough artwork to appropriately cover the wings, so I had to improvise and make more extended artwork that would reach all the way to the end of the dust jacket flaps. I have never made a book with a dust jacket before, so this was a little bit of a learning curve. In the future, I would design the illustration to the specifications of the jacket first, and then crop it down for the hardcover case. I was a dummy, and I did it in the opposite direction, so you live a little, you learn a little. I think I did a good job of integrating the original artwork with the new elements to make sure everything looks cohesive and like it was there in the first place. I'm very fortunate that the edges of the illustration were really simple and that all I had to do was draw a couple extra trees, add a little bit more mountain on either side, and call it good. Aligning the spine is a bit tricky, but it's important to ensure that the title and artwork line up correctly when the book is assembled. I want the castle in the background to flow seamlessly from the front to the back cover, giving it that imposing gothic feel that really represents the environment. I also have to make sure all of my guides and grids are set up correctly so that way all of the text goes where it needs to and doesn't end up in a weird place on the book. Next up, it's time to add to the dust jacket flaps. On one wing, I am placing the book description. This gives potential readers a glimpse into the world of King of Dust, a land filled with vampires, magic, and of course Dungeons & Dragons inspired shenanigans. The other wing is reserved for the About the Author section. This is where I get to share a bit about myself, my journey as a writer and an artist, and what inspired me to create King of Dust. I also included the author illustration here. I'm using another book that I had designed earlier as kind of a test to make sure that I am placing all of the elements in the right spot and I'm not forgetting anything. As I go through this, choosing the right font and formatting is key here. I want it to be readable, but also match the aesthetic of the book, something that is crisp and formal feeling and also kind of goth. Alright, here it is. The dust jacket is complete, and now the only thing left to do is compile and assemble the hard jacket version of the book according to the printer template. I am absolutely thrilled with how this came out, and it did turn out even better than I could have ever dreamed as an actual printed copy of the book. I had a lot of fun messing with the text and making sure everything looked cohesive. All in all, I'm stunned. I'm so proud of this book. Now it's on to the hard case design. Even without the dust jacket, I want the book to look really good. I'm opting for a design with the same artwork on it so that everything feels cohesive. The focal point of this illustration is not just the characters, but also Darius's amulet. The amulet represents Darius's lineage and was passed down to him by his mother. It's an important object in the story, and I knew I needed to include it on the front. Hey you! Thank you so much for making it this far in the video. If you're enjoying the content, please consider subscribing for more on art and self-publishing. Now let's get back to it. And here it is, the final design. I'm absolutely thrilled with how it turned out. Seeing the artwork and the text come together like this is just surreal. I didn't get to record the actual painting process for Darius or Urian because for whatever reason I deleted it out of my brain, but trust me, bringing them to life was an incredible experience. Darius with his brooding, blood-red eyes, and Urian, the blue cambion, that always hides his face. They are two very unique characters, and I love them to death. This project has been a labor of love. King of Dust is a story that blends elements of my love of Dungeons and Dragons and my experience with complex relationships with something that I've always just really been interested in, and that's vampires. I love vampires to death. The world of Starkovia is rich and immersive, from the gothic feeling architecture and environment to the intricate political dynamics and the murder mystery that they have to solve in the middle of it all. I've poured so much of my heart into this. I also wanted to honor the original Curse of Strahd campaign by including just a tiny part of the campaign module in the beginning of the book. My goal was to help people who were familiar with Curse of Strahd as a module get immersed into the world very quickly, show that yes, this is Dungeons and Dragons, and then just let the story just go absolutely wild from there. I had a blast writing this, and designing this cover allowed me to take everything that I think makes me happy as a D&D player and put it into visual form. I am just in disbelief that I was able to make something that so authentically not only portrays the story that I wrote, but acts as a love letter to Dungeons and Dragons. Dungeons and Dragons has gotten me through a lot, and I am so glad that I got to honor probably one of the most beloved campaigns ever. And I know that it's not going to be for everyone. A lot of people really like the dark, brooding, evil, angry Strahd that Dungeons & Dragons has made, and very clearly I have taken this in the opposite direction. Darius is silly, dumb, he has two brain cells that barely rub together, and this story is about love. So hopefully I won't let too many people down, and that I reach the right type of people with this book. You can now pre-order King of Dust in all of its forms, whether hardcover, ebook, or paperback. It's a Waddy's 2022 shortlister and was on the Wattpad Editor's Choice list twice. It is a vampire novel that is perfect for fans of Dungeons & Dragons, messy breakups, and the Curse of Strahd D&D campaign. If you're interested, you can check out the link in the description below to place your pre-order, or if you're over on TikTok, check out the link in my bio. You can also visit my website at tychodorian.com. Your support means the world to me, and I cannot wait for you all to dive into the world of Starkovia. Thanks so much for joining me on this journey. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more content on art, writing, and world building. Until next time, keep creating and exploring new worlds. See you soon!